Hello guys, hey, I will be doing a review for Radiant Dawn, and so this game is playable for the Nintendo Wii. Much like the prequel, Radiant Dawn is based off of the continent of Tellius, where basically the, real mercenaries originated from. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn contains 4 parts and is the sequel to Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, playable for the GameCube. The game follows Micaiah and Soph in Part 1. Lucina in Part 2, the Girl Mercenaries in Part 3, and the Dawn Brigade who you followed in Part 1, and the Girl Mercenaries who you followed in Part 3, combined to stop a major force in Part 4. Gameplay-wise, this game has 3 game modes. Even though it's a full-out classic mode game, you cannot change it to casual mode. My advice for newcomers is, get every unit with, or restart the damn chapter over altogether. I always restart whenever one of my favorite units dies, because I either love that character, or that character is just really good, in my opinion. I'm not going to spoil too much of the game for you, but Jason Atkins voices Ike again, just like in every other appearance Ike has made, except for Fire Emblem Awakening. Jason Atkins, I'm not really surprised that he made the cut for Ike that much, and I think he's pretty good fitting. One of my other favorite characters in this game, besides Ike, is Titania. She co-leads the Girl Mercenaries with Ike once Grill dies in Path of Radiance, or in the events of Path of Radiance. She's one of my favorites because basically she is the greatest Axe Paladin there is. Once she reaches level 20 in the Axe Paladin class, she becomes a Gold Knight. Besides, she's pretty cool. I'd like to see her in some future Smash Bros. Title. Your move, Sakurai. Another one of my favorites is Geoffrey. He's good, and besides, he leads the Crimean Royal Knights, and he got a twin sister, I think. But besides, once he's promoted, he becomes able to use the weapon called bows. He promotes into a Silver Knight. Geoffrey is rad. The gameplay mechanics. Saving is a thing brought back from previous titles. Also, you get to control different groups, and sometimes you have to fight against yourself. So you have to run from yourself because you're fighting yourself, which makes no sense while making perfect sense at the same time. Another gameplay mechanic is the difficulty levels. There's easier, where enemies are easier. Normal, all enemies have skills, like they should have. And hard, after completing normal, this is unlocked. Hard mode is basically like Lunatic from Awakening. The enemies in hard are at the same levels, have skills the class normally doesn't have, and all around more skilled. They also have higher weapon levels. They also have higher HP, are harder to defeat, and each chapter takes more turns than normal to beat. The two main bands of mercenaries you fight as in Radiant Dawn is the Dawn Brigade and the Grill Mercenaries. The Dawn Brigade is a Dane-based band of mercenaries, I think what is co-led by Soph and Micaiah. The members include Soph, Micaiah, Laura, Edward, and Leonardo. Leonardo is just pretty much the innocent of the game. He's pretty sassy. The Grill Mercenaries are a Crimean-based band of mercenaries formerly led by Grill. When Grill died in Path of Radiance, Ike was thrust into the leadership role, and Titania said to herself, "You know what, I'll help Ike co-lead it." So it's basically a Crimean-based band of mercenaries currently being co-led by Ike and Titania. Notable members include Soren, Riss, Mist, Titania, Ike, Boyd, and Rolf. The branded people are basically brought back from Path of Radiance. They are people who have one parent, either mother or father, being a Lagaz. Another one is a Lagaz. One is a Lagaz, one is a Barak. Soren is a prime example of this. So basically, the rest of this is spoilers for those who have not played either of the games. Soren is the son of Ashnart, making him the fucking Prince of Dayan, but he's currently living in Crimea, where he's a tactician of the fucking Grill Mercenaries. Needless to say, when war was going on between Crimea and Dayan in the events of Path of Radiance, Soren was fighting his own army. Okay, spoilers over. Some chibi tropes for this game in Path of Radiance include Badass Army, the Grill Ike Mercenaries, and all of their allies are a force to be reckoned with. Big damn heroes. At the end of Act 2 in Radiant Dawn, Lucia is about to be executed by rebel Crimean forces, with Queen Elisa now looking on helplessly. Just as Lucia is about to be hanged, The girl mercenaries show up out of nowhere to rescue her in a crowning moment of awesome. As per usual for a Fire Emblem game, various houses will have different dialogue depending on who you send there. One early example of Path of Radiance, the members of a racist Crimean town will give you goodies if you have a Brog visit, but shoo away any laggers. The egocentric Team Neiman, the Grill Mercenaries. Everything's better with spinning. Critical hits again, as well as every other win post in the Radiant Dawn. Eyes always shut. Oscar has this expression, lampshading at one point, at least in the English version. McCarran calls him, among other things, Squinty. Squinty. Hot-blooded. Kieran, leader of the 5th Platoon of Crimean Royal Knights, 2nd Commander of the Crimean Royal Knights. Husbandry. Micaiah found Soth as a child and raised him, but due to her long lifespan, she looks younger than Soth in the current game. However, they are so far ahead of everyone else as a canon couple, they start out with max supports with each other. You have to go out of your way to make them not end up marrying each other. I found you like this. In Path of Radiance, Ike's patrol comes across Princess Elisina, half alive in the shrubs. Her convoy was attacked by Dayan's soldiers as she attempted to flee Carmia. She eventually awakens inside the Grill Mercenaries base. And that is all I really have to say about this game. Really. So I will recommend that you follow me on Twitter. I'll put my username in the description. Instagram, my username's in the description. Miiverse, my Miiverse link is in the description. Peace.